And we're back with Mox Baseball on the SSC Digital Network. An efficient first inning for both pitchers. 14 pitches for Madej, 12 for Stone Fresina. So rather quick work as both starters able to retire the side in order in the first.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the way you want to start this game if you're a Rollins Star or a Florida Southern Mock. Both pitchers taking care of business, and it's always nice, if you're a Rollins fan, to get that double play early on.
Righty Coleman Raleigh, 4, 5, 6 in the lineup for the Tars, due up as the first three to hit here in the second. Yeah, especially, these Sunday games. You're out, the ball tends to carry. You normally have your third starter going and normally see some offense on the Sunday, so it's good to see a quick first inning here by both these starters. They looked quite efficient with how they were pitching. Good location, good movement on the breaking balls. First pitch of the inning on the way from Madej. Popped up, shallow center field. Calling for it is Vaughn Brown, who comes in and makes the catch about 20 feet past the start of the grass, as that one hung up for quite a long time. One out on one pitch for Nate Madej as Righty is retired, bringing up Ryan Coleman.
Now batting, number 35, Ryan Coleman.
Coleman, 250 on the season, 6 games, 5 starts, 2 home runs, and a double.
He went 0 for 2 yesterday with a walk, so still trying to get a little bit hot here.
And the first pitch to Coleman. Taken for a strike, 0-1. And Madej has been all around the strike zone through the first handful of batters.
Yeah, he looks like he really has his pitches under control today.
Oh, 1 on the way. Outside 1-1. In yesterday's game, Jared Candy went 6 innings of quality work. J.J. Necro came in, pitched 2 innings, earned his first win of the season as the Mocs would take the lead while he was in the game. And Thomas Spinelli came in to close things out, getting his first save of the young season as that breaking ball's in there for a strike. 1-2 on Coleman. So good all-around pitching effort yesterday from Candy, Necro, and then Spinelli, who only went 1 inning and we would assume is still on the list to pitch today should the Mocs have the lead late in the game. The 1-2 popped up out of play as Coleman stays alive. JJ going 2 innings, less likely to make another bullpen appearance here today. But the Mocs don't play again until Wednesday against Lynn, so a couple of off days. And you would imagine that means Spinelli can go back-to-back games. 1-2 pitch on the way. Popped up and again out of play. As we've seen some good battles here. The 9-pitch battle by Torres, and now a good fight here by Coleman. 20 pitches for Madej through an inning and a third. And the 1-2 on the way yet again. Cue shot foul, and it's going to stay foul as Raphael goes over to collect it. And the home plate umpire, Sam Birch, wants that right field gate closed as the wind blew it open.
Wow, he's got an eye.
Yeah, there's been some problems with that lately. There's
the one in right field.
Yeah, in right center, there's a little bike lock you can use to latch it, but the actual gate latch itself is broken recently, so still waiting on that to be hopefully fixed soon. But that's the tricky one because that's the one the players go in and out of all the time. As the 1-2 misses down low, 2-2. So that one just providing a bit of trouble as we see one of the Mocs bullpen guys. We can see him through the fencing, securing the chain part, so that shouldn't be an issue anymore as that's now locked securely. The 2-2 on the way. And again, a foul ball from Coleman and another good battle here.
Yeah, especially on that first pitch out. How important is it to go ahead and have another 8, 9, 10 pitch at bat here to try to slow things down for the Tars?
And it's huge just from the pitch count standpoint. 2-2 pitch on the way again from Madej. Breaking ball just missed high. The count runs full. Second full count already for Nate Madej through the first 5 batters. And the payoff pitch on the way from the Mocs lefty. Swing and a miss, got him. Chasing the high fastball, 2 strikeouts for Madej. That's 25 pitches. And that'll bring up Jake Raleigh, the designated hitter.
That was a big-time punch out there for Nate Madej. Get him to a full count, make him chase the high cheese. That was a beautiful pitch.
Raleigh looking for his first hit of the season. He's appeared in 2 games, both of which off the bench, so this will be his first start. Has scored a run as he was hit by a pitch and scored earlier in the season. First pitch to him here, swing and a miss, another high fastball, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1 from Madej. In the air, right center field. Cutting over, drifting over is Vaughn Brown. That's going to short hop the wall. Vaughn has it, fires into second. Not in time, as it'll be a 2-out double for Jake Raleigh, and that's his first hit of the season as he goes the other way for an extra base hit. First hit of the game for the Tars.
Yeah, I mean, especially early on in this season for a guy like Jake Raleigh, who's only had a couple of plate appearances, that's a big-time hit, you know, as you're trying to make a name for yourself here in this organization. So the Tars get a runner aboard here with 2 outs.
So getting Raleigh his first start of the season pays off for Chagrin and the coaching staff early as he hits a 2-out double. Bringing up Sam LaFontaine, the third baseman, breaking ball out and away, ball 1. Mocs pretty straight up. McGuire pinching a little bit at second as that one misses a hair outside, 2-0 to the Tars' third baseman.
LaFontaine batting .421 so far in just 7 games.
Second highest average on the team behind leadoff man Nick Santucci. And the 2-0 on the way from Madej. Half swing, foul, 2-1. 30 pitches now for Madej. Sun beating down despite all the clouds. It's been quite aggressive, has that Lakeland sun through the first couple innings of play here. And the 2-1, breaking ball down low again, 3-1. And a ton of clouds in the screen, just none of them behind us where the sun is.
Right.
McGuire breaking towards the bag, and retreating is Raleigh. A 3-1 count on LaFontaine. Cosgrove on deck with 2 away and a runner on second. First base runner to get in scoring position for either team. And the 3-1 on the way. Chop to third, diving stop by Zach Scott. Comes up, fires across the diamond, and it's going to be in time for the 5-3 putout, and that's an outstanding play by Scott. And that probably saved a run for Nate Madej. We're still scoreless here at Henley, coming back after this break. As we head to the bottom of the second here at Henley, we have Burnstead, Scott, and Saynert. Here's a replay coming up of that diving stop by Zach Scott, making a good move to his left, as he's going to be able to come up with this one off the bat of Sam LaFontaine to retire the side. There he is, great diving, full extension, and the throw across the diamond to help retire the side. And that's a nice captured replay there by John Kristovich here for us. And what a play and what athleticism there we saw from Scott.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, and you're right. That one definitely saved a run. You do not expect to make that play. Certainly would have been an error, or certainly would not have been an error if he couldn't come up with it. But instead, it's a run-saving play there. And as you said, I mean, just selling out early on in this game. That's the way you want to start things off from a fielding standpoint.
Number 42, Alan Burnstead.
Yeah, and he took his time, stayed composed, and fired a BB across the diamond to Jacob Teeter, and nice third out there. And Madej waited around for Scott to get up and get off the field as the first pitch to Burnstead's taken for a strike to, give him a little glove tap because we don't do high fives anymore. So,
right.
A lot of helmets hitting together, a lot of gloves hitting together.
Yeah, you certainly
that's the new way to do it.
See some unique home run celebrations these days.
Yeah, we call them the COVID-friendly high fives. It's all inanimate objects to other inanimate objects. 1-1 on the way. In the air to center field. That's going to get down off the end of the bat. It'll be a line drive base hit for Alan Burnstead, and the Mocs have their first hit of the ball game.
Yeah, that's just an awesome way to start the game for Burnstead. He went 2 for 4 yesterday. Quietly, he's become one of the more reliable hitters here on this team.
And still waiting for the power to come. 1 home run so far for Burnstead. Tied for the conference lead last year with 7. Him and Jacob Teeter each with 7 last year. And trying to get things going from the offensive standpoint, and nice base hit up the middle could be the way to get things rolling for Allen here at home. First pitch to Zach Scott's down low, ball 1. Tor Saynert in the hole. Connor Berry, or Tor Saynert on deck, as Berry's in the hole for Florida Southern. And the 1-0 pitch to Zach Scott, down low in the dirt. Good block there by Cosgrove, and it goes to 2-0. And the 2-0 on the way. Up and away, ball 3. Scott well ahead in the count here. And the 3-0. Inside, ball 4. Second walk of the ball game for the Mocs. We'll put runners on first and second as Burnstead moves 90 feet. Here comes Tor Saynert, who was the hottest hitter on the planet before Vaughn Brown decided to claim that title from him.
No kidding. This is a huge opportunity for Saynert. Has struggled in these last 2 games against Rollins. We know he's got the firepower. It's just about when it's going to finally come back into his bat. Here's a great opportunity in the second inning.
20th pitch of the ball game for Frisina on the way. Down low, and that'll be ball 1 to Saynert, who still leads the team with a .429 average. Tied for second on the team with 5 home runs, ties him with Jacob Teeter. He's also got 10 RBI, 12 hits, second on the team, and a double. Slugging an even 1,000, 6 walks, 11 strikeouts, and a .528 on base. Also leads the team, narrowly beating out Teeter, who had a .526 on base heading into play today. And the 1-0. Fouled back, 1-1. And when Tor's at his best, he has as much opposite field power as anyone else on this Mocs team. Really just a lot of backside power that is just so hard to come by, and he does an excellent job. A lot of these Mocs righties do, where they can just jet stream the ball out to right field. The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. Burnstead, another example of a guy that can really go the other way as well as anybody and do it with authority. And the 1-2. Swung on and missed, and Torres retired on strikes. One away now for Connor Berry.
Well, the slump will continue for Sainert. You know, it's a long game, but now it's 2 consecutive games without a hit after his 9-game hitting streak. It's a slump. They all go through him. We'll hope this one ends for Sainert soon.
Yeah, Torres hit safely in the first 5 games and then the last 4 of last season, so a 9-game hit streak. That was snapped here in the Rollins series. First pitch to Berry, way up high, ball 1. And the command becoming a bit of an issue for Fresina here in the bottom of the second. Connor's hitting .333 in his 7 games. No extra base hits, 5 runs batted in. As that one again up high, 2-0. 6 for 18 with 2 runs scored is the Mocs designated hitter. And the 2-0 on the way. Catches the top of the zone, 2-1. Infield shifted up the middle. 2-1 pitch. In the air to right. Ranging over is Coleman. He settles under it to make the catch. Tagging from second and advancing to third, as Burns said, he'll get in safely. As Berry helps one of the runners advance. Stuck on first is Zach Scott with nowhere to go. Runners on the corners, 2 away following the flyout. Brings up Joey Raphael, the Mocs catcher. Gets back-to-back starts yesterday and today after not starting the first handful of games for Florida Southern. He came in late as a sub on Friday, so he's now appeared in all 3 games of the series. Raphael, 3 games, 1 start going into play today, hitting .167. He's 1 for 6. And asks for time.
Yeah, big opportunity for Raphael here. Still trying to, put his foot in the season.
First pitch to him, breaking ball up high, ball 1 again, and that's been a theme here in the second inning. First pitch typically missing high to just about everyone. And Joey, he transferred from Nova Southeastern, so an in-conference transfer joining the Mocs this season. And the 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Grady McGuire, the shortstop, on deck for Florida Southern, then back around to the top for Vaughn Brown. Should the Mocs be able to put something together here in the second. And the 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. 30 pitches now for Fresina. Pickoff move back in is Zach Scott over at first. Runners on the corners for the Mocs, Scott and Burnstead over at third. In this scoreless Sunday afternoon matchup of Sunshine State Conference play. And the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. And the 2-2. Lined into center field, coming in and making the catch is going to be Santucci to retire the side as the Mocs strand 2. A hit and a walk. Fail to score them, though, as the side is retired here. 20 pitches, that's 32 through 2 innings of work for Fresina. We're still scoreless heading to the top of the third here at Henley. As we head to the top of the third here at Henley Field, Joe Cosgrove, Drew Howard, and then back around to the top of Nick Santucci due up for the visiting Tars in this scoreless contest. And we've seen a clean first couple of innings here, John, in Game 3 of this series.
Yeah, I mean, you tip your hat to the pitchers so far. They've got themselves in a couple of jams here. You know, both Madej and the starting pitcher for Rollins, especially with those first pitch balls, managing to battle back in these at-bats, both the pitchers and the batters. But, zeros on the scoreboard, only one hit apiece. It's been some good situational fielding and pitching for both teams.
Yeah, 32 pitches for each starter as they've been matched exactly even in pitch count through the first 2 innings of work. And quite the opposite from what we saw Friday here, as both teams scored in each half of the first 3 innings. We didn't see a zero until the top of the 4th here on Friday. Rollins with 1, Mox with 1 in the first, Rollins with 1 in the second, Mox with 2 in the second. Rollins dropped the 5 spot. That would be the difference in the third. The Mox got one back in the bottom of the third. And it was an eventful first couple offensive innings Friday evening.
Oh, yeah.
First pitch of the inning from Madej. Fastball in there for a strike to the catcher Cosgrove. Joe comes in hitting .091, 5 games, 3 starts. Came in Friday halfway through the game as an injury replacement as he swings through that one. 0-2. Got the start yesterday, and then, of course, the start here today as Cody Orther left with an injury in the 5th inning of Friday's contest, and we haven't seen him since. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. He's down on strikes. That's 3 strikeouts in 2 1/3 for Nate Madej.
That's a tough start, really, to the season for Joe Cosgrove. He's been unable to really do anything at the plate, and unfortunately for him, that success will still continue to elude him.
1 strikeout per inning so far for Madej. Brings up Drew Howard, the Rollins shortstop, hitting .227 on the season. And the first pitch to him. Fastball fouled back, 0-1. And Madej has just been attacking the strike zone here through the first couple of innings, and it's paid off.
Yeah, really, really aggressive, and he's doing a great job, as we saw in his first start this season.
The 0-1 on the way. Missed just a bit inside, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch, up high, 2-1.
That high fastball for batters has just got to be so appealing, and that's, why Madej has been striking out so many batters. He attacks the strike zone. He'll get you chasing that high fastball.
That one catches the outside corner. Count evens up at 2. A little bit of matchup history here. Mock's assistant coach and recruiting coordinator Stephen Crabtree. He used to coach at Rollins back in the 2015-2016 seasons. As that one's going to miss. Count runs full. 3rd full count. That's 40 pitches now for Madej. Of course, John Chagrin was on the Mox baseball roster back in 1985 before transferring to Bryant. Payoff pitch on the way from Madej. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Nate Madej. There's 2 away here in the top of the 3rd. That's 4 strikeouts already for the Mox lefty.
Yeah, and that's the 3rd consecutive full count at bat that Madej has managed to get the best of the batter with. That's 2 strikeouts now with the count full, and then obviously that line out back into left field. Great job by Madej. This is what I'm talking about, situational pitching, being able to make the pitch when you need to make it.
Back around to the top of the order for Nick Santucci, who popped up to short. Just saw 2 pitches in his leadoff at bat. And the first pitch from Madej swung on and missed, 0-1. Other matchup history and connections. The Rollins assistant coaches of Patrick and Connor Sherba both played at Florida Southern. And they both at one point coached under head coach Lance Necro as assistants. As that one's popped up out of play, 0-2. Connor was a second baseman here in 2013 and 14, playing in 100 games with a .288 average and 5 home runs. Well, Patrick pitched in relief for 4 seasons with a 6-1 record, 69 appearances In 64.2 innings of play, he had a 3.62 career ERA, as that one just missed inside. 1-2 now to Santucci.
Yeah, we've seen that breaking ball a couple times here from Madej, just to switch up his pitches. That one missed inside, but
and the 1-2 on the way from Madej. Just missed again. Both of those right there. 2-2, the count evens up. That's 45 pitches now for Nate.
pretty interesting to see some of the connections between these two schools. Big rivalry here. I mean, these two teams have played each other more often than the Mocs played any other team in the conference.
And the 2-2 on the way from Madej. Chopped foul, will do it again. Now the Mocs with the advantage in the all-time series, 152-78 advantage. Although the Tars with the recent advantage, winning 4 of the last 5 contests. Of course, these fun little footnotes coming from Wayne Keeler, our resident historian. So thank you to Wayne for getting those together for us, as always. And the 2-2 once again from Madej. Outside, checked his swing. No appeal as that one gets by Raphael, and the count runs full. That's 4 full counts for Madej. And as John, you mentioned a minute ago, he's retired all 3 of the first full counts, 2 of them with strikeouts. And the payoff pitch on the way from Madej. Breaking ball called, strike 3, got him looking. Madej strikes out the side. That's 5 strikeouts through 3 innings of work for Nate Madej. And we're still scoreless here at Henley. Mocs coming up after this. As we head to the bottom of the third, Grady McGuire, Vaughn Brown, and Dylan Costa, 9-1-2 coming up for the Mocs. As we've seen some pitching excellence from Nate Madej through the first couple innings of work.
Oh, yeah. We talked about it in the pregame. You know, he had a kind of a rough second start. He's right back on track here against Rollins this afternoon.
32 pitches for Tate, Stone for Cena through the first 2 innings of work, and ball 1 misses outside to Grady McGuire. And Madej striking out the side in the third to go along with the strikeout in each the first and second innings, so he's got 5 through 3. As that one catches the corner, 1-1 on the Mocs shortstop.
Yeah, when you're pitching like that, you can just feel the energy coming to this Mocs team, whether they're in the dugout, here in the grandstand. It's just everyone's so excited for Nate Madej. That's a great pitch.
1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss, 1-2. And to your point, John, you can tell as a defense, it is so easy to stay locked in and stay high energy when your pitcher's just filling up the zone and striking guys out and everything's right there. Like, you're locked in every single pitch as the 1-2 to McGuire's popped up. Shallow right field coming in is Coleman. He's going to call for it, drifting over, and he will eventually make the catch for the first out of the frame. Well, you see that play from Zach Scott earlier in the game. That's in part, obviously, because Scott's athletic and he's quick and he makes the play. But when Madej is as locked in as he is, it's so easy as a defense to be properly motivated and make those athletic plays that are really tough to make, and you make them look a lot more routine when your pitchers just got you all amped up all game long.
Oh, absolutely.
Back to the top for Vaughn Brown. He walked his first plate appearance and was eventually doubled off on the ground ball double play from Dylan Costa. He's ahead 1-0 here. And, of course, Vaughn, as we mentioned, had an excellent Friday night reaching base. All 6 plate appearances going 5 for 5 with 2 home runs. He added another one yesterday, and he takes that one for strike 1. The count evens up at 1. Vaughn leading the SSC with 7 home runs through the Mocs' first 8 games. And the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball inside, 2-1. And Vaughn calls time.
Yeah, it's not often you'll have 3 players in your team with a slugging percentage of over 1,000. But sure enough, Tor Sainert, Vaughn Brown, and Jacob Teeter.
2-1 on the way, outside 3-1. Same count he was in back in the first when he led off the game with a walk, as Frisina now hits 40 pitches. And the 3-1. Fouled off the catcher's mask. Cosgrove seems to be all right, and the count runs full. First full count for the Mocs from an offensive standpoint. Costa on deck, Teeter in the hole for Florida Southern. And the payoff to Vaughn Brown. Chopped to short, going to be a tough play. Coming in as Howard fires across the diamond. Not in time. That'll be an infield single for Vaughn Brown. The throwing error goes off the Mocs dugout, and he's going to get into second as he takes advantage of the bad throw. A single and then an error on the throw will allow him to advance, and the Mocs have a one-out base runner in scoring position.
Yeah, great hustle by Vaughn Brown. You don't get to be that good of a hitter without these kind of hits as well. Just an absolute muscle out that run. And we talked about it the other day. When you're running hard like that, you're going to force the infielder to make an errant throw trying to make that play. Instead, Vaughn Brown not only makes it to first, but wheels his way to second as well.
Applying pressure. We've talked about it. The Mocs apply a lot of pressure on the base paths, and we see it there. We saw it during the rundown Vaughn got in earlier when he ended up being safe for that exact same reason. That's 7 hits now in the series for Vaughn, to go along with 6 runs scored as he sits out on second, and strike 1 called on Dylan Costa. So far, Vaughn scored in every game for Florida Southern, all 8 so far. And in part, the 7 home runs help a lot with scoring every game, obviously, but part of it has to do with what he's done, just being able to find his way on base with an infield single like that. He's such a multifaceted player with the speed and power combination. The 0-1 to Costa, up the middle. Howard has it, bobbles it. Costa's going to be safe, and that'll be an E6 as Dylan beats that one up. And runners on the corner for Jacob Teeter. So Howard having a tough inning there. The infield single from Vaughn, and then the error on the ball by Costa. And you could see Howard looked a little flustered there and just kicked it off the heel of his glove. And the Mocs will take it as that puts runners on the corners with 1 away for Jacob Teeter. And the Mocs have the go-ahead run 90 feet away and a ton of speed on the bases with Costa and Brown.
And this is not the guy you want at the plate if you're Rollins. Jacob Teeter's absolutely been giving the Tars fits this past weekend.
Everybody shifted to pull off of Teeter, something we've seen Rollins do all weekend long, although it hasn't stopped him. He hit a double off the left field wall Friday, hit a couple of home runs last night. First pitch to him here, inside, and that's going to hit him, and that'll load the bases for Alan Burnsted as Teeter reaches on the first pitch, hit by pitch. Costa advancing to second, and that actually, the fact that that just clipped him saved the Mocs a run because it didn't look like Cosgrove was going to get a glove on it, and Vaughn was going to score quite easily from third. And there's going to be a meeting on the mound here. A tough situation with the ever-dangerous Alan Burnsted. He's 1 for 1. The base is loaded, 1 away, and the Mocs have a chance to crack this one open in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got Alan Burnsted on deck. He's coming into bat. The base is loaded and 1 out. They're probably just talking here, take your time. It's bases loaded. It's not these hits aren't exactly your fault. So big opportunity here for the Mocs. Finally try to get this one rolling.
As today's DJ, Andrew Williamson plays the Star Wars theme song. Friday night starter, Sunday's DJ. Does a little bit of everything, and
that's terrific.
Gotta love it. That's a good one. Glad to see he's having fun with it.
Stone Fresina staying in the game for the Tars.
Yeah, first mound visit there. Burns said 1 for 1. He had the first hit of the game for Florida Southern. Single up the middle. They'll take that right now. That'll give him a 2-run lead with the speed Costa has out on second. First pitch on the way to Allen Burns said. Popped up, foul territory, down the first base line. Ranging over is Gonzalez, and he's going to make the catch. Vaughn tags from third just to see where the throw goes, and it'll be caught by Cosgrove as Gonzalez makes a nice play to retire Burnside for the second out of the inning, and that was a huge pitch for Fresina there.
Yeah, tough break for the Mocs. You know, you foul one off like that, and it just stayed in the playing field. Good play there by the first baseman for the Tars.
Stayed in by just 2 or 3 feet.
Yep.
Zach Scott now to bat. He walked his first plate appearance. Bases loaded. Teeter, Costa, and Brown going from first to third right now. 2 away, and the Mocs trying to strike first as we're still scoreless in the bottom of the third. First pitch to Zach Scott, breaking ball outside, ball 1. Zach, 276, 3 doubles. That leads the team. 1 home run and 7 driven in. Center fielder Santucci shifted into left center. First pitch is going to be crushed. Going back is Santucci, and he's going to watch it go off the base of the wall. At least 2 are going to score. Teeter's held up at third, and Scott gets in with a 2 RBI double, and Florida Southern takes a 2-0 lead. And Zach Scott hits one off the Let's Go Mock sign out in left center field. 2-run double for Scott gives the Mocs a 2-0 lead with Brown and Costa both scoring easily as Teeter goes first to third, and the Mocs still have 2 in scoring position for Tor St. Ert. Scott doing a little bit of everything today. Made a nice diving stop on a putout to retire things back in the second inning when he was over at third base, and now he hits a 2-run double here to give the Mocs a lead. First pitch to Sainert, inside, grounded, and a foul ball, just foul down the third base line. That would have been another 2 runs.
Oh, man, a game of inches. It looks fair from here, but I guess it just missed the bag by a couple inches.
Yeah, that was just about as close as it could be, as that one just went foul, and Sainert was an inch or 2 away from another extra base hit. 0-1 the count on the Mocs right fielder. 2 away, 2 in scoring position, and that one's going to be taken down low. The count evens up at 1 as Florida Southern looks to add to their lead that they just took a moment ago on the Zach Scott RBI double. Fielders now playing Sainert pretty straight up all around.
As you mentioned earlier, he can pretty much put the ball anywhere on the field.
1-1 pitch on the way. Sainert chops it foul, 1-2. And Tor is going to have to battle here. As Fresina now north of 50 pitches in the afternoon. And the 1-2 on the way. Sainert up the middle. Howard has it. Has to fire across, and that one's going to be just in time as they get Tor on the 6-3 putout. Mocs strand 2, but they also score 2 as a couple come across on the RBI double from Zach Scott. Mocs up 2-0 as we head to the top of the 4th. As we head to the top of the fourth, Mocs on top 2-0. Torres, Gonzalez, Riley, 2, 3, 4 in the lineup for the Tars coming up. And we've seen a great showing here by Florida Southern. Here's a replay of the Zach Scott double, which was laced to left center field just a moment ago. That ball just missed getting out of here for a grand slam as Scott got in easily with the double. Brown and Costa both scoring uncontested. Mocs ended up stranding 2, but took a 2-0 lead. 3 hits now for Florida Southern. The 2 errors so far by the Tars proving quite costly.
Yeah, that Zach Scott shot really looked like it might carry. At first it looked like it might just be, a routine fly out in the left center. And that ball carried even more. Wound up going off the upper half of the wall. Mocs will take it, though. 2-run RBI double. That's nice.
And a good showing by Zach Scott today, both defensively and offensively. As Nate Madej back out for his 4th inning of work, 47 pitches through the first 3. He struck out the last 3 batters he's faced, 5 Ks through 3 innings for the Mocs lefty, and he looks to keep it rolling here with Torres, Gonzalez, and Righty due up. First pitch of the inning from Madej comes in, fastball down low, 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch on the way from Madej. Called strike, 1-1. And the 1-1 on the way from the Mocs lefty, up high. 2-1. Torres 0 for 1, a line out to left field. He had a 9-pitch at bat back in the first.
Yeah, 0 for 1 on the day, obviously, and he went 0 for 4 yesterday here against the Mocs. He's going to try to get things rolling.
We didn't see him Friday, but getting the start at second base both yesterday and today. 2-0 on the way. In there for a strike, or 2-2 now, excuse me. And the 2-2 pitch from Madej. Chopped down the third base line, foul. And again, Torres going to put up a fight. And the 2-2 on the way from Madej. Popped up, and Torres has been anything but an easy out here. He's really been the only one giving Madej trouble, and really just due to lengthy at-bats here. That's 6 pitches in this one and 9 in the first one back in the first.
That's the way you're going to have to try to take down Madej. I mean, as we've been talking about all game, he's been great situationally, but it certainly helps to drive up his pitch count here.
And the 2-2 on the way. Breaking ball, called, strike 3, got him looking. 4 straight strikeouts for Nate Madej. 6 already through 3 1/3. And there's 1 out here in the top of the 4th with Jack Gonzalez coming up.
That pitch is just unhittable. And, with 2 strikes, I mean, it's just a crime to throw that pitch, and nothing the Rollins Tars can do about that one.
Gonzalez 0 for 1. He was the first strikeout victim of the afternoon for Madej. And the first pitch to him here. Down low, ball 1. 55 pitches now for Nate, and you can just tell he is all kinds of locked in here. Infield shifted to pull the 1-0. Weekly hit up the middle. McGuire has it on the right side of second base. Fires over in time for the 6-3 putout, and the shift pays off for the Mocs as McGuire was right where he needed to be.
That's some great composure. As you said, kind of a softly hit ball. McGuire stays where you are. Take a couple steps towards the ball. Make the play. That's how you do it there.
Those are the tricky ones. I'd rather take the hot shot as an infielder than the one that's mishit and spins all kinds of funny, that's just, those are no fun.
Bounces right off near the mound, right behind the pitcher.
Yeah, it took a funky hop off the mound, and he hit it off the handle of the bat anyway, so bit of a cue ball shot out there, but the freshman McGuire, composed as could be, makes the play as that one gets in there for a strike. 0-1 to Luke Ridey, and unfortunately the strikeout streak is over at 4 for Nate Madej. And the 0-1 on the way. Misses inside, 1-1 on the Tars left fielder. And the 1-1 pitch, breaking ball inside, 2-1 now. Ryan Coleman on deck. And the 2-1 from the Mocs lefty. Down low, 3-1. 60 pitches now for Madej. And the 3-1 on the way. Up high, ball 4, he walks him. And that'll be a 2-out base runner for Ryan Coleman. And that will be the first walk of the ball game for Nate Madej.
Yeah, can't win them all, I guess. Madej lets a runner aboard here. I mean, 2 outs.
Coleman 0 for 1. He struck out back in the second.
On the season, just 5 for 20 thus far.
And the pickoff move getting back in is Ridey. And, you know, he looked to be crossed up there as he got a jump. And then I think Madej wasn't planning on throwing over to first, but he saw the jump Ridey was trying to get and just decided to lob one over. And the first pitch inside. Cue shot to first, and it's going to roll foul as Teeter unable to cut that one off before it went to the other side of the lines.
Yeah, that's a tricky play there. I mean, because you got to, if you want to try to cut that one off, you take the risk of, you know, not getting to the ball before the runner passes you. Eventually just lets that one roll past just behind the bag.
And the 0-1 on the way to Coleman. Nope, they're going to try to pick off. A little more aggressive there on that one is Madej.
Yeah,
back in
sidearm
safely.
sling.
Those are so interesting as a first baseman when your pitcher just fires one from that arm angle and it's like a 60-foot throw. Those are very tricky plays. And another pickoff move, and again, Ridey back in safely. But then again, when you're 6'6" like Jacob Teeter and as good a glove as you see at the D2 level over at first base, it's nothing but routine for him.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. He kind of drops into like a very standard formation as he's back in T-ball trying to make a standard catch, making sure that one doesn't get away from him.
And the pitch on the way to Coleman now. Popped up, left side. Zach Scott ranging over in foul territory. He's got room, and battling the sun, he makes the catch to retire the side on the foul pop-up on the bat of Coleman. Mocs still leading by 2. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th on the SSC Digital Network after this. As we head to the bottom of the fourth, Barry, Raphael, McGuire due up 7, 8, 9 in the Mocs order. And in alumni news, we talked about it a little bit on Friday, but we'll talk about it again here today. Matt Joyce, a member of Florida Southern's 2005 NCAA National Championship team, has made the opening day roster for the Philadelphia Phillies. It's the 8th different club Joyce has played for in his 14 years in the Bigs. He's also played for the Tigers, Rays, Angels, Pirates, Athletics, Braves, and Marlins. In his 13 previous seasons, he's a career .244 hitter with 147 home runs and 496 runs batted in. It's the Mocs' current major leaguer and Matt Joyce. Opening day coming up for the Phillies, April 1st. Opening day for the big leagues as Raphael chops that one up the middle, and that's going to get through for a lead, or that's Connor Berry, with the leadoff base hit for the Mocs. And just like that, Raphael now coming up to the plate. So congrats to Matt Joyce. That was announced on Friday by MLB.com's Todd Zalecki that he had made the opening day roster, and we had a little more information for it here today, as that announcement actually came out during the game, I think, or either right before on Friday, or once we were already here when it came out. Barry on first, Raphael grounds one. Backhanded by Howard, the feed to second in time for one, the feed to first not in time as Raphael beats it out, and that was a nice play by Drew Howard to get the lead runner over at second.
Oh, yeah, real nifty. That just goes to show, I mean, the hard work. We talked about in the last two games. These Rollins fielders are really, really good at getting to the ball and making the play. And as you said, that's just a great play by Howard. Getting to the ball and having the wherewithal to throw the ball to second, get the lead runner out.
Very athletic play, and, after making the error earlier in the game, Howard able to rebound nicely and execute that fielder's choice. The lead runner retired. Raphael now on first after the fielder's choice, and that'll bring up Grady McGuire. The Mocs shortstop's 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field. And the first pitch to him, up high with the fastball, ball one. And the 1-0. Down low, 2-0. Up high, 3-0 now on McGuire with Vaughn Brown on deck for the Mocs. And it looks like we're going to have a mound visit mid-at-bat as the strike zone eluding Fresina here against McGuire. And as a hitter, I can tell you from experience, John, at least in my experience, I just hate the mid-at-bat mound visit because it just messes with your rhythm.
The good news is he's got a 3-0 count at least to work with, so at the very least you let 3 pitches go by you and hope one's outside the strike zone. Obviously, this mound visit probably due to the fact that powerful Vaughn Brown is on deck and you're 1 pitch away from giving him 2 runners to work with.
Yeah, the mindset normally is you're in swing mode after these mound visits, just looking for that first pitch fastball as a pitcher looks to get settled. Of course, with the 3-0 count and the young McGuire in the 9 spot with Vaughn on deck, he's probably going to be taking this pitch no matter what, which is tough because it's most likely going to be the best pitch he's going to see, but it's the proper strategical move there.
Right.
Now, the only thing worse as a hitter than a mid-at-bat mound visit is the mid-at-bat pitching change, which, barring an injury, I think just should not happen. I think there should be some obligation to finish that, individual contest before a pitching change. But then again, I don't make the rules. I just talk about them. 3-0 pitch on the way. Catches the top of the zone, 3-1.
Well, you hit it spot on there, Andrew.
Yeah.
That would have been a pitch to swing on.
I like to sit in the stands here and play commissioner for a day sometimes. The 3-1 on the way. McGuire ropes it to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Raphael will have to hold up at second as he advances 90 feet, and McGuire turns it in his favor. Mox with runners on first and second. One away for Vaughn Brown.
Oh, it looked like he saw the first pitch. Wish he'd hit at it. Saw the exact same pitch. Rope that one into right field. Take the base hit over a walk.
And this will probably be it for Fresina, as Sjogren coming out to the mound and likely to pull his starter here with 2 on, 1 away, and Vaughn Brown coming up. And just wait to confirm that it is indeed the pitching change, and then we'll step aside and be back with the new pitcher for the Tars. And that will indeed be it for Tate Stone Fresina. We'll be back with more Mox Baseball after this. The new pitcher for the Tars is going to be Steven Swift. He's appeared in 4 games, an ERA of 0, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .227 against him. He does have a save. He and Kyle Kramer each with saves on the young season. And he's in now this early in the game because this could be the turning point for Florida Southern. Top of the order up, 1 away, and 2 on for Florida Southern right now. And seems to be a good spot to see Swift. We saw him Friday in the ball game as well. He pitched 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, 18 pitches, picked up the save for the Tars in Friday's game. And now we see him here today as Stone Fresina's out of the game after 3 1/3, 6 hits, 2 runs, neither earned, but both runners on base are his responsibility. 2 strikeouts, or 2 walks, 1 strikeout on 59 pitches for Stone Fresina. First pitch coming from Swift to Vaughn Brown. The windup and the delivery. Breaking ball, called strike, 0-1. Brown's reached base twice. He walked in the first, had a single, and scored a run in the third. And yes, he has now scored in all 9 Florida Southern games this season. And the 0-1. Breaking ball on the ground to short, hurdled by the base runner. Feed to second in time, feed to first, also in time, as Swift is able to work out of the jam on the 6-4-3 double play. Second one of those we've seen this afternoon. Mox strand 1, now with 5 hits, but still just leading 2-0. We're heading to the top of the 5th after this break.